to speak on the privilege of the floor, and I'll sign the sheet. Okay, actually, we're all sitting here, we're all arguing about one thing tonight. But the one thing, and I tried to point out when I was your climate change chairman, the cost of everything in this town is going up. We put in, the previous administration put in solar for our buildings. It was, after leasing the this array, we were supposed to save $1,000. I did an energy audit as your chairman, and we found out we were saving $8,000 a year on our electric bill. That's $8,000 the taxpayers didn't have to pay, and that's just on this building. But since then, other communities have gone one step further, and they're seeing revenues from, could be the city of Lackawanna, from the 25-acre solar farm, the town of Hamburg, as well as the windmills that are up there. Grand Island is also going to be seeing solar farms. But yet our town has had a moratorium on this for over a year to stop the solar farms. We're a low community. We have one of the highest electric rates in the area because we're so far away from Niagara Falls and the supplying of the electric power. If you want to bring industry here to our town, you need to lower our electric rates. And how you can do that is through renewable energy, whether it's a windmill. If you don't want to see them in the lake, that's fine. You got farmland that you can see it. I see on the old business, we're still trying to put a windmill up over on Eden Evanson Road, I believe. And also, my house is solar powered. My electric bill is $18 a month. That helps me to afford to live here because that solar power eliminates a lot of the cost of my house. I have 2 big screen TVs, I have all the systems, but I made an investment in our community by putting this solar array in, okay? Under the old business, and it's been on there for many months, our taxpayers are afraid to do the same thing because they're afraid that you're gonna opt out of the RPTL 487, and then if they do that, if you do that, they're going to have to pay property taxes where they have a 15-year exemption. You're holding this over their heads. The town of Evans, I checked on the permits. How many permits have been issued compared to other towns? Not many in regards to residential solar. You say it's to stop the solar farms. You're waiting to put it in your comprehensive plan. The town of Brant, within 1 month, instead of opting out of the RPTL, put together a pilot program just like Lackawanna, just like Hamburg has, in regards to solar energy. What's the hang-up? A little town of Brant, within 1 month, I presented that to this town board back in March. But no, you keep the solar opt-out hanging over the heads of the residents of this town, in which all forms of renewable energy, including windmills, as well as other forms in regards to farms, where you can actually assess and tax if you opt out. There's no reason for this to be under old business. You can choose to opt out anytime. You don't have to keep hanging it over our heads to have this in there. You want to look at ways to bring revenue into the town and make living here more affordable, open it up to renewable energy. I've asked our town board, we have an aging system in regards to the heating system here. Look into geothermal, look into the grants that are available. That hasn't been done. In regards to a lot of the things that we're not doing here, we need to think outside of the box. We're saving $8,000 here. How much have we saved in the highway department? By the way, if anybody would like to look at the power production of this town hall, you can go to Town of Evans, at the Solar Liberty website, and they'll show you the solar production of this town. Or they can email me and I'll let you look at it. But the simple fact of the matter is, we need to bring renewable energy to our community so we can have revenue, so we can afford police, so we can afford the highway department, so we can afford all these other things. We don't need to hold this over to people in regards to renewable energy. And that's exactly what you're doing. You don't need to have item 1 under your old business hanging over the heads month after month after month and doing nothing about it. You could have came up with a pilot program very easily, in which our town could have been receiving revenues from these large solar farms. Again, we're a large load community. We need to bring our electric rates down, and to do that, we need to bring power producing equipment here to our community. That's the way of the future. Thank you.